Last question for you on a way to rush to go. Beterbiev, Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight.
No.
No.
Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down.
Every time. Beterbiev will throw a combination, and right away, Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume.
Boxing experts believe Dmitry Bivol will beat Artur Beterbiev in a rematch due to superior ring IQ, footwork, and defensive skills. Bivol's ability to control distance, counterpunch effectively, and avoid Beterbiev's power shots gives him an edge. His stamina, discipline, and adaptability make him a dangerous opponent over 12 rounds.
Controversial rounds in the later rounds. But I can tell you this. I've had Bivol, because we were watching the fight and we're focusing on it because we knew it was a tough fight. And everybody knows that Beterbiev is very strong and he can hurt you with any punch. But up to the seventh round, I had Bivol winning the fight with his moves. He was moving really well on his feet. He was countering. Of course, he was getting hit because it's the fight. But he will get hit with 1-2 or maybe a hook and a right, and he will come back with a 1, 2, 3, 4, boom again. And then he'll move and boom, boom, jabbing. He was busier with his jab. He was busier with his counters.
Bivol looked determined ahead of the rematch, stating that it's no longer just about the belt. He emphasized that he's focused on fixing the mistakes he made in the first fight, saying it's more than just the belt now. His mindset suggests a deeper motivation for redemption.
I wanna make second fight and I wanna be winner of this fight. What about belts now, which I could see? Before I was so wanted to have these belts and nothing else. But today I want not only just belts. I wanna revenge. I wanna fix what I did before. I wanna win, not just belts. It's not only about belts now.
Boxing analysts see this rematch as an epic showdown, following a first fight that divided opinions. Many, including the speaker, believed Bivol won, though Beterbiev's decision wasn't unreasonable. The rematch on February 22nd promises another thrilling contest. The first fight featured contrasting styles, Bivol's fleet-footed, quick-hand combinations against Beterbiev's relentless power.
In this epic rematch, a first fight that divided opinion. Most, including myself, believed Bivol won it. But you couldn't really argue with Beterbiev getting the decision. Was it too wide on the scores? Yes, it was. Anyway, that's all history. They fight again Feb 22nd in what is no doubt going to be another epic fight. The first fight, again, just to quickly tread back on that, was one of my favourite fights of last year. Contrasting styles, Bull v Matador. Obviously, Beterbiev being the Bull, Matador being Bivol with his fleet-footed, quick hands, flurry of combinations against the heavy-hitting, knockout artist, the destruction, wrecking ball that is Artur Beterbiev. I thought that the movement from Bivol was so good early on, and it frustrated, it annoyed Beterbiev throughout lots of that contest, certainly early on. But 10, 11, 12 were big rounds for Beterbiev. How do I see this rematch playing out? Well, when I looked back at that first fight, although I thought Bivol won, I do believe Beterbiev could potentially do better out of the two in the rematch.
Bivol controlled the early rounds, frustrating his opponent, but Beterbiev dominated the later rounds. In the rematch, Beterbiev could perform better by applying pressure earlier. However, he must be precise, not reckless. If Bivol adapts, he could secure a clearer victory, making this battle even more intriguing.
The nod, and we could be so lucky that we see a trilogy. And I mentioned pot of gold. Where does the winner go? Well, the winner will reign supreme in the light heavyweight division. This is about legacy, though. This is about really cementing yourself as arguably the best light heavyweight that's ever graced the sport of boxing. And then there's opportunities for the winner, obviously. David Benavidez looks so good in defeating Morrell. I mean, this man, is a beast. He does not stop throwing punches. A little unorthodox, I think, at times when he lets his shots go. But he's got a great chin, though he was dropped against Morel, more off balance. He's got a great chin. Like I say, he's a unit. He's huge.
Boxing professionals have highlighted Bivol's effective use of the jab right, hand left, hook straight, right combination. Whenever Bivol employs this sequence, it has proven to be a haunting moment for his opponents. Analysts believe that, in the rematch, Bivol will come with more power, focusing on body shots to wear down Beterbiev. In their initial bout, many observers noted that Bivol appeared to have won at least 7 rounds, demonstrating his ability to handle and control Beterbiev. This performance showcased Bivol's technical prowess and strategic approach, leading many to believe he has the tools necessary to secure a victory in the rematch.
Bivol has a lot of skills, man. He's a very talented boxer. Beterbiev has the power. I felt like Bivol won at least 7 rounds. You know, he controlled most of the fight. And what you saying as he was punishing or whatever, I felt like he was fighting like he knew he was losing. He was a guy that was trying to get back in the fight.
Okay.
And most times I don't agree. Well, I'm gonna say most times, but sometimes I don't agree with the commentating. But I felt like he was definitely down and needed a knockout to win. But you know, he definitely hurt Bivol. You could see some of those shots, even though they weren't clean shots, they were affecting him. And you gotta give him credit for the power that he has and also the resilience to just keep fighting to the end of the fight. But it wasn't many clean shots. He was catching them with, like, you know, short uppercuts and, you know, the jabs and everything, but those punches were hurting him. So I wanted Beterbiev to win, but I felt like Bivol, you know, because there's a scoring system, he was the winner of the fight. But if boxing was like, you know, whoever's getting their ass beat at the end, like a real fight.
Yeah.
But that ain't how it worked.
Yeah.
Renowned coach Joel Diaz has analyzed the upcoming rematch and favors Bivol. He points out Bivol's quick movement and busy jab, emphasizing that his combination punching could pose significant challenges for Beterbiev. Diaz's insights suggest that Bivol's speed and activity level may be decisive factors in the rematch.
He was busier with his counters. He would block and counter every time. Beterbiev would throw a combination, and right away, Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume. So, in the later rounds, obviously, Bivol, you know, had a really strong fighter coming forward at him. He sort of slowed down. He got tired. Maybe three rounds, maybe 4 rounds. And if I had to judge the fight, I saw it for Bivol, not because he's part of my team in a way, because all these fighters are the same team, same management, and considered part of the same team. But I saw the fight. I gave Bivol at least 7 rounds. 8, 7, 8 rounds I gave to Bivol, honestly.
So worst case,
I saw him win. Worst case, 7 rounds. But I gave him 8, 7 rounds.
do you feel like there has to be more scrutiny on the type of judges? Because
Definitely.
It doesn't matter what people see, it's what those 3 people see. And sometimes you have with judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel?
Not only that, there are judges that focus more on the later rounds. You know, they really don't do much. They don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds.
Boxing promoter and former champion Oscar de la Hoya believes that Dmitry Bivol will have the advantage in the rematch. He cites Bivol's unique style and exceptional footwork as key elements that could lead to his success. De la Hoya's assessment underscores the importance of Bivol's technical skills and movement in countering Beterbiev's power.
It's a very unique style. I would have to give Dmitry Bivol the advantage here a little bit because he has better footwork, you know. Beterbiev kind of like just stalks you down, you know, and with Bivol, he's just like constantly bam, 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 you know. I love that. He's a good boxer, man, with power. So, and he's got skill up here. It's a tough fight to call. But I'm gonna have to give Dmitry the advantage. I think it's all about respect in the first few rounds. You know, how he's gonna take his punch if he has a chin. I mean, I think Beterbiev has a better chin than Dmitry Bivol. For some reason, I just feel that. I don't know if it's true, but if Dmitry Bivol can catch him, offset him, get him off balance with his footwork, I mean, yeah, it could be a long night for Beterbiev.
Dmitry Bivol has expressed that this match is about more than just the belt. It's a quest for revenge. He considers himself fortunate to have the opportunity for a rematch, acknowledging that most fighters don't get this chance. Bivol is determined to showcase his full potential and rectify the mistakes he made in the first bout.
One, are you happy with an immediate rematch, or would you have preferred a little bit more time to rest?
No, I'm so appreciate that I have the chance, and I cannot let myself to think that it's not good time, or it's not good this, that. No, I'm happy that I have a chance. Not too much people has a chance and to have rematch, but I have it, and I'm glad.
So going back to the last fight, Dmitry, when I saw you that Sunday, you had said that you were going to go and see Turkey and Beterbiev about the rematch. And then you guys posted a photo. You guys were together. I'm just curious, like, how was that seeing Beterbiev the day after the fight?
That's fine. Just normal. Like before the fight, the same.
Did you guys talk? Like, what'd you tell him?
No, we didn't talk. We talk only with His Excellency.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it wasn't weird. It wasn't awkward.
It's something new, I didn't have before in this situation, but it was fine. It was like men talk, It's I like what His Excellency did, that he invited both of us and he asked, "Do you want rematch?" And we said, yeah.
So speaking of the rematch, Dmitry, just overall, what do you think about this rematch, and how different of a fight do you think it will be this second time around?
I think it will be a little bit different, and I think it will be more interesting for the fans, because we already know each other, and it's very soon we could prepare ourselves better for this rematch.
How many times have you seen the first fight already?
Сколько раз я пересматривал бой? Maybe 2 times.
In preparation for the rematch, Bivol has been employing unconventional training methods, including taking baths in snow. Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. acknowledges that Artur Beterbiev is a formidable fighter with exceptional punching power. However, he notes that Beterbiev has shown signs of slowing down, possibly due to age. This observation suggests that Bivol might capitalize on Beterbiev's decreased speed and agility in the rematch.
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like nothing. So I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back up to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40. Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and a hell of a fighter and has an awesome power. But he also has been down. So it's like when I look at that, I always look at stuff from where I used to see things therefore. Yeah. And the way I saw it, if somebody else knocked you down, I got to get you down. You understand me? Now, that's a hell of a punch to walk through to get him down, though. So it's a very dangerous game that Bivol got to play, because Beterbiev is the best puncher probably ever in that division. You understand me? So it's a great fight. If it's 50-50, it's because of his puncher power.
Superstar boxer Canelo Alvarez has weighed in on the rematch, stating that it's a good fight between two incredible fighters. While he refrains from making a definitive prediction, his acknowledgement of both fighters' skills adds to the anticipation surrounding the bout.
And just one more from me, Beterbiev Bivol, the rematch. What a great fight that is in Saudi. How do you see that playing out, Saudi?
It's going to be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters, and
do you see yourself fighting a light heavyweight again?
maybe.
Let's follow Dr.
Unified heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk has expressed his belief that Bivol will win this fight. Usyk's confidence in Bivol's abilities adds weight to the argument that Bivol has the necessary tools to overcome Beterbiev in the rematch.
Last question for you, and away the rush to go. Beterbiev, Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight. Oh, not Bivol. But Beterbiev win.
You scored it to him?
Listen, for me, I say for me like a 6-6 for round. Yeah. But more percent win Beterbiev. Last three round 100% win Beterbiev.
Super middleweight contender David Benavidez predicts that the match will be won by Bivol. He points out that Bivol effectively handled Artur in their first fight and believes that Bivol's punching combinations were superior. Benavidez's perspective highlights the effectiveness of Bivol's offensive strategy against Beterbiev.
I thought Bivol won that fight, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. It could have went. Couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was better.
Do you think he wins the rematch?
I think he does.
Yeah. Is it different, or do you think it's more?
I mean, I don't know, because both those fighters are both high caliber fighters, so they can make adjustments. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same fight or not. But if it's the same fight, I feel like Bivol wins.
Following the first fight, Roy Jones Jr. remarked that it was a draw and advocated for an immediate rematch. This comment implies that Bivol may have been unfairly judged in the first bout, fueling his desire for revenge and motivating him to showcase his full potential this time around.
What up? Being that I was the last unified undisputed champion, probably about 25 to 40 years ago, I don't know how long it was. Last night we had a very fantastic fight. A fight that I thought could have gone either way. But, you know, what happens, happens. However it goes, nobody won nor lost the fight by 4 points. So that's ridiculous, which is why I say we need an immediate rematch. Both guys did a lot to change. Beterbiev showed me more than he's ever shown me before about being a boxer. He actually can box, and I was surprised. Bivol was a very good defender, which we knew. He was a good counterpuncher, which we knew. He jumped out to the early lead, I thought, but, you know, we never know. But however it comes down, Beterbiev did finish the fight strong or stronger. So that's why I think, in my point of view, the fight should be a draw, and let's get a rematch. You heard me? Yes. By the head in the building.
Many observers speculated that Bivol was robbed in their first fight, as it was extremely close and could have been a draw. This controversy fueled debates among fans and analysts, with some believing Bivol's technical skills gave him the edge. The disputed outcome has only added to Bivol's motivation, pushing him to seek an immediate rematch to settle the score. He sees this fight as a chance for redemption and to prove his superiority over Beterbiev once and for all. With a renewed sense of determination, Bivol is prepared to showcase his full potential in the rematch.
It doesn't matter what people see, it's what those three people see. And sometimes you have judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel?
Not only that, there are judges that focus more on the later rounds. You know, they really don't do much. They don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds. And the later rounds, obviously, he was more successful. You know, Beterbiev was successful. You know, you can see the pressure, and Bivol slowed down a little bit. But what happens to all the first half of the fight? You know, we have a first and a second. We go from 1 to 6, then we go 6 to 12. You know, but around there, you're supposed to know. And don't forget about the early rounds. These guys accumulate rounds by doing great work and putting some really good punches, combinations, and a lot of good technique in early rounds.
Following the contentious outcome of the first fight, Bivol was eager to secure an immediate rematch. His desire for revenge and determination to correct the perceived injustice have been driving forces in his preparation for the upcoming bout. While many favor Bivol in the rematch, some believe that the outcome will be the same as the first fight. For instance, Teofimo Lopez has noted that Artur hurt Bivol in their initial encounter, suggesting that Beterbiev's power could once again be a decisive factor.
Who you got February 22nd, Bivol or Beterbiev? I think same outcome, Beterbiev. But rooting for Bivol. Hopefully he does better than the first time. If anything, I think Beterbiev is gonna hurt Bivol this time around. But kudos to Bivol, man. He boxed very well, but he just didn't show enough grit in the last championship rounds. It's a great fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.